What's up, guys? Alvaro here, and welcome to the Bilingual Stock Market channel again. Let's go ahead and talk about some stocks. And let's do it today, as usual, on Tuesdays and Thursdays with my good friend Mario. What's up, bro? How are you?
Hi, Alva. How have you been, man? Thanks for having me.
Doing pretty well, man. It's been a bit rough for the Bears out there throughout the
I,
last days, right?
it is, it is. It happens. I mean, we're expected. This is expected, right? After like what, 7 weeks of like
Eight weeks,
continuous
8 weeks in the case of the
8 weeks.
Dow,
Yeah.
and 7 consecutive weeks going down in
hmm
the case of the S&P, right?
So it's kind of expected to have some bounce to the upside to reduce the premiums on the put so we can short again.
Oh yeah, because the VIX has come down, so you
Mhm.
guys can short once again at a cheaper price.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. I like it. I like it. So you
Yeah.
were pissed yesterday. What were you pissed about? You were
Uh,
pissed, like, hey, but everyone is believing that this is the bottom, that the indices bottom out, and we are going back to all time high. This is bullshit. The worst is still yet to come. So, come on,
I was not
vent it
I was
out,
not
vent it out. Come
pissed.
on, Mario, what is going on?
I mean, I was not pissed
confessions,
at the fact
confessions of a
that the
bear.
bottom is in. I was not pissed at the fact that the bottom is in. I was just pissed at the fact that, nothing changed fundamentally speaking, right?
Yeah,
So, and I was looking through Bloomberg and I was looking through CNBC and I was looking through just other financial media outlets, right? And one week of green days is all it takes for them to change the narrative completely. You
absolutely.
should see some articles out there, man, absolutely outrageous. Like it goes something like Fed has already done enough to slow the economy. Really?
Which is false.
Really?
Which is
Yeah.
false.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that and the like Fed might lower the interest rate hike to like 25 basis points. Really?
No,
Like
that isn't gonna happen.
what is
Not
all
gonna
this, man?
happen. That is
Yeah, so
misleading. I mean, I have that absolutely misleading. I
mhm.
haven't read anything like that, but that's absolutely misleading. I
It's
mean,
like there
that's
is this opinion column, right? It's different people's opinion, but those are like financial managers, fund managers' opinions on different stuffs.
mhm.
And yeah, of course, we know that Fed is not going to do anything, but articles like this can be like totally misleading to the data, whatever we are getting, right?
Mhm.
So even if you see like, I think like few weeks back, we had this back and forth between the home sales data coming lower, and which automatically means the demand is slowing and Fed might not have to increase the interest rates as aggressively as they used to before because demand is slowing down. We
Yeah,
had
and
this
the house and
argument.
the housing market is a very important factor in the
Yeah.
in the
Mhm.
inflationary equation. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yep.
So there were like few articles saying that the demand is slowing down, so Fed is in the right path. Like where? And today we got the housing price data again. Even though the demand is slowing down, the prices are not coming lower. The
Yep.
prices are going higher. So on one hand we have slow in demand, I mean slow in growth. On the other end, we have increase in prices, which is the definition of stagflation, right?
Mhm.
So we are in a stagflationary environment, but
I mean, now we're gonna see a struggle between buyers and sellers. So,
yeah,
someone has to give up. It's
yeah,
either the
but
sellers,
mhm.
decreasing the prices of houses, of the buyers going after, the prices of the sellers. So that is going to be an
Yeah, it's
interesting one.
like kind of a, conundrum here, right? Like
Hmm.
buyers don't want to like buy right now because of higher interest rates, and sellers don't
Correct.
want to bring the prices down because like there is no reason for them to bring the prices down right now because fundamentally there is like it's not that bad. I mean, it is bad, but it's not that bad as 2008. So, like, the sellers are not willing to
Correct.
bring the
No,
prices
we,
down. So
we are
it's
not
a
in
deadlock.
2008.
We are
By
not.
any stretch
Yep.
of the imagination,
Hmm.
by any stretch of the imagination, we can
Exactly.
agree on that. Okay, Mario, oil.
Hmm.
Today was a pandemonium. So the European Union wants to ban Russian oil, and on the
Hmm.
other hand, we had the OPEC, which is a very
Hmm.
important part of the equation, saying that they are cutting that they are suspending a production deal that they had with Russia, and immediately after that, the price of oil fell off a cliff. So,
Hmm.
what do you think the markets are thinking about? Like, that maybe OPEC is going to increase their production because they are no longer having this production deal with Russia? Or what do you think the OPEC is thinking about, and what do you think oil is going to be going to from now on?
Mm. To be honest,
If you ask me, bro, oil, XLE, ExxonMobil, Chevron, oil itself, either the Brent or the WTI, that's a short 2 years out, in my opinion. That's a short, to the moon and back. 2 years out.
Why though?
Because I see the prices of oil coming down. Oil, in my opinion, oil won't remain at $130, $140, per barrel. I know for a barrel, yes, everything is gonna go wrong. Inflation is going to keep on, getting out of control. Yeah, deal with the fire.
No. What I meant was
2 years out, bro. I see the prices of oil, coming down. This is a historical fact. So whenever oil gets so elevated, it starts to destroy demand, and it ends up coming down. And I'm not talking about a collapse of oil. I'm not saying that oil is going back to $30. I'm just saying that oil should be at around $60, $70 2 years out, once supply chain issues are figured out, and maybe once most of the West countries realize that this solidarity that they have towards Ukraine is very but very expensive, right?
Oh, it is. It is
very expensive.
It is. They're feeling the impact now.
And I'm not saying let's stop being. Let's stop supporting Ukraine. That's not what I mean. But as long as the U.S. keeps on backing up Zelensky, he's going to resist the Russian invasion. At some point, I think that the U.S. and the European countries are going to force Zelensky to negotiate with Putin, because we cannot. The world. It isn't healthy for the world economy. Having oil above $130 for 2 years. So they are going to do something. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say that according to my opinion, XLE is a short all day long at these levels as of now. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I don't see any signs of oil coming down yet, and the gas prices going. I don't see any signs of it yet. But
I'm talking about leaps. I'm talking about put leaps. Like buying puts now that expire 2 years out. I think that's a trade that I am thinking about. I'm not talking about shorting oil, in the short term, like 1 month out.
I was talking about long term as well. But there are instances where oil stayed above this level for like 3 years, 4 years. Like guessing the time frame, that's the trickiest part, if you ask me, right? Under your assumption, in 2 years, oil is going to come back down. Not to 30, as you said, but it's going to come back down considerably to where it is right now, right?
It's not that much, Mario. I'm talking about 80, 85 maybe, 70, 75. That would be a beautiful chart if we happen to get XLE puts as of now, right? So that's a trade I'm thinking about. I was born and raised in Venezuela, and I know pretty well, the way that oil works. Whenever we have very high prices, it doesn't last long. Prices, come down, and obviously we have a war in Ukraine, but let's see, for how long the U.S. and European solidarity towards Ukraine can last, because people are and mostly European citizens are going to start to complain about the high prices of oil and energy in general terms, right?
Yep.
So at some point, I think that Zelensky is going to be forced to negotiate with Putin, and whenever that happens, I think that oil is gonna come down. Oil at $130, Mario, is not a good. It's not a good business for anyone, because it creates demand destruction. So even for oil, for countries that produce a lot of oil, such as Saudi Arabia and I don't know, Mexico, Canada, even the U.S., that's not that is inconvenient. That is going to. From what I said, at least, that is going to accelerate the transition into the electrification of the world, EVs, solar panels, and so forth. because
I mean, not so soon, but it might fasten the process of
correct,
them doing this. Yep.
correct, oh, correct. So you wouldn't buy bootlegs of XLE with me?
Not yet. Not yet.
There you go. Awesome. I love it.
I mean, like maybe once I see the signs that the decline is happening, then like I will join you. Of course, it's a pretty good trade to like, trade wise consider, as you say, it's a trade, not a marriage, right? So it's like if it goes down and once we see the signs of reversals, then like, yeah, I'm in, like I will join in with you. But until then,
something that is worth pointing out here is that oil is a trending commodity. So you never fight the trend. Never. Yep, exactly. Never ever. So that would be a very risky trade because it is a trending commodity. You don't like to fight the trend.
Yeah. So also like there is no way of telling that oil can't stay put on the same range for like another 2 years or another 3 years. It doesn't have to go higher. I'm not saying like it'll go to like 150 or 160 or whatever. It doesn't have to go higher, but it doesn't have to go lower either, right? So let's say like 2023, we have a recession, like, and oil prices, as you said, came down to 100 bucks.
Oh yeah, they're coming down. With that recession, they're coming down for sure, like a lot.
No. If we have a recession, the prices are going to go higher even further. The oil prices are going to go up higher even further, and that's a problem.
Why? If we go into a recession, you have a destruction of demand, a guaranteed destruction of demand.
People still have to drive, though, right? People still have to drive, and they still have to like go around places. The same thing happened in 1970s as well, right? The oil prices hit a new highs. They did have a drop, as you said. They did have a drop, only to come back at a massive, massive, massive way. So that's why, like, I find it kind of risky to call the trend in oil for now, because like there is nothing supporting our case for now. And maybe once we start seeing the signs, then I'm in with it. I'll short the oil. I'll short CL.
If the markets perceive, Mario, that we're going into a recession, oil is very likely to come down. I'm not talking about a collapse. A collapse would be a collapse in oil prices would be a very bad sign for the markets, Mario. Because oil
extremes is bad, bro.
Yeah, like because oil is is some sort of sample of the aggregate demand of services and products of the world. So if oil happens to collapse, then that might be a sign that the markets are going to go, or that the world economies are going to enter into a depression, which obviously would bring oil, very low. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, I think that this is very overextended, and I think that at some point, this solidarity with Ukraine is going to stop, because citizens of the countries that are backing up Ukraine are going to protest. Like, hey, for how long are we going to back up Ukraine while we are paying higher prices for everything, right? So that is going to be an interesting an interesting situation to see how it ends up playing out like.
But hey, we got to stick it to the Putin, right? Yeah.
Mario, what are you thinking?
The hero points.
Sorry, what's that?
No, we got to earn hero points, like by standing up to Putin. Who cares what our citizens are facing?
It is. Yeah. It sounds terrible, but
if you think about it, that's how it is, right? Like middle class, lower middle class people, like, who cares about these bombs? Stick it to the Putin. At some point,
people are going to start to complain, Mario. Like, hey, force this guy to negotiate, because I am paying extremely high prices for everything. And I think that, if this war happens to last like 6 more months, the European economies are going to be in serious trouble, Mario.
Yeah, bro.
Serious trouble.
That's what you get for facing proxy war. It's just I don't see it. Like, as you said, I feel bad for whatever happened in Ukraine. If your own citizens are suffering, and if your own citizens can't afford food because inflation is sky high, what are you doing?
That's what I'm saying. And even from a political standpoint, Mario, at some point you need to negotiate with your enemy for the sake of your own people. So how long is this war going to last? 10 years, 15 years? That's absurd. Yeah. So at some point, they need to find middle ground and negotiate, a peace treatment, and that is going to be for the sake of both Russians and Ukrainians. So that's what I'm talking about. We don't want Ukraine to become Israel versus Palestine. Do you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, we don't want to get into that geopolitical thing, but the thing is, like, I mean, if your own citizens are suffering, prioritize your own citizens than to, like, sticking it to some other guy to show that you are more man than he is,
correct.
or whatever you're doing.
We agree on that. Perfect.
So,
Okay, Mario, what are you thinking about SPY Triple Q? What are we heading to?
SPY.
Yeah, and then let's go ahead and take a look at CRM, AMC, Tesla, Amazon. We have a lot to discuss about in this video. So SPY.
All right.
Where are you buying puts?
We had like kind of a flat day. I mean, it's kind of expected after like
from a technical
huge
standpoint,
rally.
Mario, would you say that we had a consolidation day today?
Yep.
Above 4100 or above 4011?
Yep.
All right.
So it's
so that's good news for the bulls.
We are just like consolidation after like a huge rally, what we had for the past 3 days.
Correct.
It's kind of expected, but I did have this trend line drawn today from today's price action. If we tend to like follow this trend line for the coming days, it will actually, like, it is in a downtrend, but we will have a potential flag. It'll just flag out over here. And then like from there, we got to see how it goes. But for now, I don't see any reversals yet.
Okay.
416 to the upside still remains important, which was the highs of today, which was at around like 416.
Would you get puts at 416?
If you get rejected one more time and then like print a daily nasty candle in the daily, then yeah. But until now, if we never went back all the way to like 411.50, and if we break below like $410, I'm shorting it all the way to like 406 or 407.
Perfect. Triple Q. Give me the numbers, Mario. Yeah,
what do we have?
Calls and puts. What are you thinking
we
about?
did have a pretty decent day in the Nasdaq, to be honest. Like,
did it
308.
go up? Did it go up?
No, they didn't go up actually. They
another consolidation.
Flat.
Yeah,
did considerably well compared to that of the SPY. So, I mean, 312 still remains the target to the upside as long as we are closing about 308.
Okay.
So maybe tomorrow, let's see. We got to see. Like today was another consolidation day on Nasdaq. So as long as we hold 308, and I mean, let's just say as long as we hold 306, the possibility of us hitting 312 or 313 is way higher for now. So I don't see any reversals yet to short, but until that time, I'm just holding on.
When are you buying puts?
I'll be happy to buy puts at 318.
I know you would be happy for sure. I know that.
Yep.
At what level?
Yeah, around like 318, 319. If it gives me a retest if it gives me a retest to these levels over here, then yeah, I would like it. I would like to go short over there. But until then, it's kind of like, nah, not so good kind of trade. Like I'm just gonna stay on the sidelines and watch the market gas higher. And then once the VIX gets to like 20 or whatever it is, and the puts gets cheaper, then yeah, we can take another gamble. But until that time, I'm just staying on the sidelines.
Gotcha. Agreed. CRM, Mario, they just posted earnings. Do you happen to have the report over there?
CRM.
Guidance was a bit weak. But they did beat on EPS and revenue. I sold puts over here.
Yeah, explain your trade, Albo. Like, what do you do?
I have it here. I also have a screenshot. I sold a put option. Today was being asked about this trade, so I sold. Let me pull up here. This. Am I covering you? Oh man, I need to hold. I need to minimize you and then pull up here. This. There you go. So I sold a put. This is the $150 put that expires on August 19. I was paid today $820. So whenever you sell a put, you're expecting the stock to pull up. And this is exactly what happened. So today I was paid $820 when I sold this put. And since CRM is going up after hours a lot, tomorrow I am going to be able to buy back this put and paying a cheaper price relative to the price that I was paid today. So I am going to end up making a profit over here of, I don't know, I mean, CRM is It's pulling up a lot after hours. So I am going to be making 300, 400 bucks. And if this trade were run, say that instead of going up, CRM were going lower, then worst case scenario for me would have been being assigned shares of CRM at $150. At $150, which I wouldn't have any inconvenience with, because I do like this company. This is a free cash. This is a free cash flow company, solid company, solid revenue growth. So this is a company that I don't mind owning 100 shares of. So when you sell a put, you have pretty much nothing to lose. If you sell puts of stocks that you wouldn't mind, be assigned shares of. So if Salesforce, if the opposite happened today, if Salesforce would have been getting killed after hours, and if I happen to be assigned 100 shares of $150, and that's fine, because I perceived a credit of $820, and I am going to be buying shares at a cheaper price relative to the price that Salesforce was trading at when I sold this put. So selling puts is, for the most part, a win-win situation, And lucky enough, Salesforce, is going up a lot after hours, right? Did you have the chart over there?
Yeah,
it
let
is
me
trading.
share.
Let me pull up the chart over here, because last time I checked, it was trading at $170, I think. Wow,
Yep,
171. Dude, I'm done for the day tomorrow, right away. So, and mind you, bro, the stock of this company is way off the highs. I think that Salesforce is like 70 or 75% of the highs. But this is a trade. This isn't a marriage. So I am buying back this put tomorrow as soon as the trading session opens. So for those who might be interested in taking a trade on CRM, what would you be suggesting to them?
Let me check the charts. I'm sharing the screen right now. So CRM, if we open tomorrow about like $169, right? About 169, it has room to run all the way to like 182 or near that 50 SMA, which is declining right now. So that'll be a decent trade. Like any open about 170.
It is still a very ugly looking chart. Very ugly looking chart.
It is indeed. But that doesn't mean we can't go higher in short term. Like if we open about 170, there is a strong possibility that we might go all the way to run a test to 184 in the upcoming days, provided SPY and QQQ is still green, is still pushing higher.
And also the Dow Jones. This company trades inside the Dow.
Yep.
So also the Dow might affect the CRM. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Let me pull up the earnings. Do you have EPS and revenue there, Mario?
Yeah, I do. They did report 0.98 in EPS, and the expected estimate was 0.94. It's a beat over there.
Yeah.
And in the revenue, they did report 7.41 billion, and the expected was 7.38 billion. It's a beat over there as well. The top and bottom was a beat.
Top and bottom. Let me pull up the guidance over here. Let me get on Thinkorswim. There you go. Let me pull up guidance to see if I have it handy here, because I think that guidance was a bit weak. So full year 2023 EPS at $4.74 up to $4.76 versus $4.66. Wow, this was a big beat, bro, on EPS for full year 2023. Revenue at, let me see, $31.7 billion up to $31.8 billion versus analyst consensus of $32 billion. So they also beat on EPS for full year 2023. According to what I am seeing over here, yeah, they beat. And they missed, revenue guidance for full year 2023 by a hair. I mean, literally a hair. Something. I mean, a hair for these kind of companies, right? I mean, $200 billion. So $200 million. So very good report, man. It was a very solid report. So let's see what happens tomorrow with CRM, and
Yep.
I am going to be making some tendies as soon as the
Let's
trading session opens.
go.
Let's go ahead and take a look at AMC, Mario. It went on an absolute
AMC.
tear today.
And then pulled back by close, right? Like,
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. You know, the Top Gun, the new movie, was released throughout the weekend.
oh,
And apparently they killed it,
okay.
man, when it comes to the box office. And
Mhm.
that's, the main reason why AMC went on a tear today. I mean, I don't know if it actually managed to close in the green.
Nah, they didn't.
It
No.
didn't. Okay. I day
Nope.
traded this thing from $14.60 up to $15.40 with 400
Mhm.
shares.
Mhm.
It worked out. And mind you, Mario, this, I mean, this shirt doesn't look that ugly, right? What do you think?
I mean,
It is showing some signs of life, right?
it's not.
let me show you.
I mean,
let
if
me
you
pull up my
if you
chart.
like if you
Let me
zoom
make my
it out
case.
a bit, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Like,
let me make my bullish case here because I have an uptrending channel, and then let me reconcile my chart with yours. And yes, I mean, okay, let me pull up here AMC. So what's my case here? So we are already above the 50 SMA and the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. I mean, we are
4
actually
hours,
close
okay.
below the 180 SMA, but I have an uptrending channel from $10. We are above the 50 SMA, and actually the trade that I took today, Mario, was slightly above the 180 SMA. So AMC bursts above the uptrending channel. It finds a clear resistance at around $17. That was pre-market. It starts to pull back. It found support at the 180 SMA, and that's exactly the moment in which I purchased 400 shares. And this was a quick trade, Mario. I mean, I just wrote these shares from something like $14.60 up to $15.40. So this was only a quick trade. And from what I said, yeah, I mean, this is not a good looking chart. I take that back. Obviously, this isn't a good looking chart. I give you that. This is an interesting chart as long as the bulls of AMC can remain above the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. So yeah, okay, perfect. I give you that, Mario. This is not a good looking chart. Okay,
not.
what would you do over here, Mario, if you wanted to take a trade on AMC?
I mean, if I want to take a trade,
would it be a short trade, maybe puts?
For now, let's see how it reacts at $14.50. If we
Okay.
open above it tomorrow, we can just like again run a test to the 50 SMA on daily, which is sitting at around like $16.70.
Yep.
And then like we can wait for reversals and see how the stock price reacts right over there.
Okay.
If we take it out, we can go all the way to like $18. If we keep holding this channel, like we can just do this for a while. Like if AMC wants to like consolidate, we can just do back and forth like this for a while, and then decide if it wants to go down or if it
unless
wants
it
to go
breaks
higher.
the support at $14.40. So $14.40, $14.50. Somebody in that vicinity is going to be important for the apes over there.
Yeah, the best thing for you to do is like if you want to go short, just wait for 13.45 to break if you want to like be more conservative in your trades. So if you want to go short, wait for 13.45 to break. You can just short it all the way back down to like $12 or even the test of the trend line, which is below, which is sitting somewhere around like $11 to like 12, same levels, $12. And
perfect. I like it. Perfect. Tesla, Mario, what are you thinking about?
Tesla.
Dude, I made a killing of Tesla last week. I ended up selling out of the call option that I told you about. Remember that I paid $13,000 for? I made $3,600 over there, and then I sold out of 35 shares that I purchased at $720. So on Friday, bro, alone, I made $4,000 on Tesla, man. I made a killing. So,
amazing, man.
Yeah, it's been working pretty well. So Tesla, tell me the short, the bear case and the bull case.
A bull case, if we go above 765, that opens doors for running a test to like $800 easy. And if you want to know the bear case, opening below the 20 SMA, which is, negatively sloping 20 SMA, which is currently sitting at $760, give or take.
Okay.
Opening below that price might push it all the way down to run a test to like, the 5 EMA, which is at 722. or come back all the way down to test 700 again.
Okay,
So we gotta wait and watch.
So in summary, 760 critical
Very
to
much.
to either the upside or the downside.
Yep.
And obviously, Tesla is a very sensitive stock as of now, relative to the NDX and the S&P 500. So if the markets
Yep.
are going down, don't get calls, buy puts. Okay, Amazon, bro, it
On
came
a
back.
tear.
Yeah, it came back from the dead.
Split is coming, right? Like
Oh
I
yeah,
think
next
people are
week,
buying
man.
into
Do
it.
you have your 5 shares, Mario? I do
What is
have
that?
my 5 shares of Amazon.
No, I have Google, not Amazon.
Not Amazon. Okay, I have my
Yeah.
5 shares. I'm gonna start. I'm holding the bag. I am at the $2,500. I mean, I couldn't
Yep.
catch a bottom, Mario. I tried, but I couldn't. So whatever. I am holding
Yes.
the bag, but I am
Split is
happily
coming
holding
next
the bag.
week, actually.
Yeah, that's next week. Yeah. So I'm gonna start selling covered calls right away
Yep.
as soon
So
as
like
the
what,
split
higher
goes
shares?
through. Oh yeah. Okay, Amazon. It came back from the dead. What are you thinking about?
I mean, going about 24.50, 24.42 is what I have. Going about 24.42 opens door for like 24.77.
Okay.
And about 24.77, 2,500 test will be incoming for Amazon. So those are the two levels which I'm watching for.
Yeah,
Today it
and
got
you-
rejected exactly at 24.44. And if we go above it tomorrow, then we can run a test to like 24.78 or 24.80 ballpark.
Okay, that's a bull case. Give me the
Yeah.
bear case. And by the way, you are an expert at shorting Amazon. So
I never shorted Amazon.
yeah, right. Never. You have never shorted Amazon. I know. We all
Nope.
know you haven't. Okay,
Yeah.
what's your bear case here?
A bear case will be like I wouldn't call it a bear case, but I mean the trend is to the favor of bears. But if we come back to run a test to like 23.08, then like you can take a risk over there. 23.08 will act as a support just in case if we have like any type of downward pressure to the downside. Like 23.08 will bring in some buyers. Below that, we are watching all the way back down to run a test to like 22.65 or coming all the way back down to test the lows of 2000s.
Perfect. Okay. And in terms of resistance, Mario, if it fails at any specific price, in order to get puts, what are you gonna be thinking about?
I don't like to short Amazon right now because like there's no signs of reversals at all. It is still looking strong and it's just gapping up higher as the day passes.
Okay.
And I don't want to short this at all at this moment.
And
Yeah.
and mostly knowing that we have a stock split just around the corner, right? Which in theory should attract buyers into the stock, right?
Yep.
I like it.
So
I like it.
also like look at this, like gap up, gap up, gap up, gap up. There's like I don't see any point in going short on something which is showing this much strength.
Yeah, it is
I
showing
agree
strength.
the trend is
Even though the trend
is
is
to the
still,
downside.
we are still in a downtrend, Mario, right?
Yep.
So we
We
can
are
make the
in a
case that
downtrend.
sellers are still in control. But this stock
Yeah.
is showing signs of life. So yeah, it's a
So it's
a
like
risky
for
one.
now, I don't want to short it. Right? For
Perfect.
now, there's no signs of any reversals yet. It can very well be keep going higher and higher and higher. There's like no way of telling when it will go reverse. But when it does show reversals, then like we can short it again. So not right now.
There you go. Okay, bro. So thank you very much. Let's wrap
No
it up
worries.
here. And if you want to tell the guys to sign up for your Patreon, go ahead.
Yep.
On your YouTube channel, you're posting great videos, man.
Yep. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Okay.
I have my own YouTube channel, Stocks and Bonds, and I have my own Patreon as well. If you guys are interested, go ahead, check it out. You'll get daily updates on SPY.
The links are down
QQQ.
below in the description
Yep.
box of the video. Great stuff, because obviously I already signed up for his Patreon. I use your stuff on a daily basis. So go ahead and take a look at the links that are down below in the description box. And thank you very much, bro. So let's see what happens.
No worries, mate.
We couldn't film last Thursday because I had a medical appointment. But
How are you feeling?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, everything went perfectly well. And but yeah, next Thursday we will see where the markets are trading at.
Definitely, man. Yeah.
So thank you very much, bro, for joining me today.
No worries. Thanks for having me, mate.
See you tomorrow and on Thursday as well, along with Mario. Bye. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.